But from you, she'll accept.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening. What's up?
Yeah, I'm cool. Hi,
Um,
Daniel. Hi. Okay, go ahead. You can go ahead.
okay, I wanted to ask if we should wait 10 minutes. Is Daniel in?
Yeah, he is. I made him post. Yeah, he is. Let
Okay,
me
hi
see.
Daniel. Good evening.
You sure of this location?
Yeah, hello everyone. Can you guys hear
Uh,
me?
yeah,
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 yeah. Good evening.
can hear you. Okay. Good evening, guys. Welcome to our evening workshop. I hope everyone enjoyed their day and were able to do productive stuff with it. All right. In 3 minutes we can start, right? We just want to wait for a few people to join in the session as well. So in 3 minutes we can start. Daniel, is that fine by you?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Daniel. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So while we wait, you can go ahead with like setting up your screen so that doesn't take any time when we start.
All right. All right, I'll do that.
Thank you.
All right, Daniel. It is 6:10 now. We can start now. Hello, Daniel. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's proceed, right?
Yeah, we can start. Thank you.
All right. So good evening everyone. So this is a continuation from our our call and our chat in the morning. And for those that don't know, we are talking about AI interaction and lang chain, send AI kits, and how to create an AI chatbot that will work well with getting your spending insights. So I want to just because I record I did not finish my slide. So we all right. So I think I will come back to this, but let me just go to Nebula. So if you guys can recall, we have our campus payment intelligence here. What it does is to basically allow us to authenticate with either our wallet address via Privy or with any of the wallet adapters. So, and this is via Privy, so you can connect with your Phantom, your Google, and I have here other wallets also, Solana wallets anyway, because I think Privy actually fetches all the wallets in the browser. You get, so this is basically Solana only. So I'm going to connect my Flare. Okay, my Phantom actually, yeah. All right. Oh, and we are going to get technical. So we'll be doing some hands-on coding at this point, as well as some question and answer and stuff like that. So I'm able to authenticate. This is my wallet address here. I have my balance already. I have my USDC balance. So we're fetching the first 10 transactions. So this is more of like an MVP of Nebula. And this is the chart. This analytics is to like show our spending behavior. So this will be more of like a chart, a data chart that the AI would analyze. So you will basically check your previous 10, 15 off-rampings you've done, make some behavioral analysis on it. So in cases where we want to push this to like a product, we can encourage students to fill in their profile. So in their profile, they can fill in what kind of personality they are, and from that we can put two and two together and like provide analytics for them, so they can monitor their spending behavior, how much they off ramp, how much data they buy, how much electricity they pay. For example, if you have too much spending on your bills on electricity, to show that maybe you have too much appliances that are draining your power, thereby like increasing cost. If you're off ramping too much on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and in your user persona, you have you put that you are a party person, or you're a Gen Z baddie, or you are like you understand what I mean. So and you off ramp mostly on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then the AI can tell you, or Nebula can tell you that you are hot, you are you are basically on fire. So for what we have today, we would just so let's spin up chats. So hello Nebula. All right. So the AI is live and active, and it is aware of the environment. So I was right now the MVP is able to check your balance and maybe make some conversations, right? But I wasn't able to work on the paying of electricity bills from here. So that one is like something I have to actually take my time and work on, because we have to look at security and confirmations. So, but how it should work is I can make a prompt and tell, or let's just do it. Can you can you I'm not sure if it should not be aware of the prompt I want to make. Okay, first of all, let's do the basics. What is my wallet balance? All right. Right. What's my wallet balance? Yeah. So this is my wallet balance. My current balance is, let me zoom in so you guys can see properly. So your current balance is this. So USDC, because it's not able to get my token account. And this is something that I want to explain to everyone here. So on Solana, right, you have everything as an account. And what I mean by everything as an account is like every data, every token, every NFT is an account. And what are accounts? You can call accounts like database slots, right? Or data fields that hold something, and some pointers, that give it like definition. So your tokens, your wallet is an account. Your tokens are in what we call token accounts. So if I have USDC and you all have USDC in your wallet, we might have the same USDC mint address or token mint, but we would have different USDC token accounts, right? Why is that? Because we need to differentiate and make aware in the wallet how many tokens are there and give them their account structure differently. So if you have so, you don't need token accounts for so, because that's native and that's handled by a system program and stuff like that. But if you want to deal with like SPL tokens like Bonk, Jupe, and the rest of them, you need token accounts to hold that token in your wallet, and then you can close the account and like collect the rent. So the error here is saying that I did not provide the token account. So I did not train the AI to fetch the USDC token account and then get the balance. So to water down more on this, for us to get the balance of my USDC, as I said, Solana is, you don't need token account, so it's like generally available. For me to fetch my USDC balance, I need to provide the token account, which is unique to my wallet. You get, and it's unique to USDC. So USDC has its own token account. If I have Bonk, it will have its own token account. If I have Jupe, each would have their own token accounts, and I need to provide them and train the AI to like fetch these balances. You understand? So that's why we have this error. And like summary of all these things, token accounts would give you the details of that token in your wallet and the quantity in your wallet, which should be different in somebody else's wallet, and so on and so forth. Now, so that's why we have this. If you check, yeah, my original balance is, sorry, this chart is not persistent, so it will clear. So let me just, so it's 0.0054. That's the balance we saw here. Yeah, so this is accurate. And I'm able to see my balance here because I'm actually loading my wallet via Privy, and Privy is actually pushing it out, and then showing me my balance, right? So let's just go. So let me just ask for my wallet address. So let's keep note of something. This is my wallet address. It ends with FUBS. So let's see if the AI can actually tell me my wallet address. Hello, Nebula. What is my wallet address? I mean, guys, we can actually supercharge this to now be text to speech or speech to text, as the case may be. So I can just talk to the interface and it will now communicate with the AI. So that's like taking it a step further. Yep. So you guys can see the magic here. So your wallet address is this. If you have any other questions or need assistance, feel free to ask. So our AI is aware, is alive, and is active. All right, so what else can we do? I think one more thing we can do here is to, okay, okay, let's do the transfer. Can it be integrated into an app? Into a mobile app? Infinix, is it into a mobile app? Is that what you're asking? Can you send? Yeah, of course, you can. You can. So we're using Send AI. Let me open Send AI again for sake of refreshing. So we're using Solana agent kit called Send AI agent kit. Yeah. So and Send AI, you have LangChain. So LangChain is more of like a framework for more in-depth LLM agent development, MCPs and all of that. And it also provides open AI integration, Vessel AI integration, and I think one more. So this is Send AI. So this is basically what we are using. And we are using embedded wallet. So this wallet is injected into the environment and the AI is aware of my wallet. That's how it's able to fetch the address for me in a conversation way. So this is not me putting buttons and clicking and we're like making an API call to the backend to fetch the data, which would really suck. But this is having an AI that is aware of the environment. And to show you guys how much aware this AI is, let me ask if you can you send some so to this address? Should not be able to, but let's find out. Okay. So I guess it's if I provide my wallet address, it will basically just see my balance. So let me try. Okay, let's try. Um, license also to someone. I hope this is not broken. Okay. So I think my code is repeated, doing something repeatedly. So let me do something. So yeah, we'll get to the code very soon. Just want to make sure that I have all I need. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me try one more time. Mm. Except if my credit has expired. So let's reload, refresh, and then reload that. And you send so to an address. Oh, is it because I'm mentioning so? Okay, what can we try? You send money to someone. Should work. Is it because we have so? Oh, so I think there is a bug with the environment. Hold on, what is my wallet address? Okay. So I guess I guess because as I said, this is MVP and we have little data. No, it's not a bug per se. Remember in the morning I told you guys that AI chatbots, LLMs and stuff like that. I did not add the transfer plugin. I did not train it to be aware of other stuff. So that's why we are okay. What is what is Solana? Let me see if I can have a chat. What is Solana? Yeah. So there is no conversation training. Um, do a web search about Solana. Just want to be sure we are not assessing what we are not trained to do. Yeah. How bills pay should okay something else. Okay, so here's what I noticed. Here's what I noticed, right? And maybe it's something we need to fix. So whenever you mention Solana, it fetches your wallet address. So I mentioned Solana here, fetches address. What is Solana? Fetches address. Then what is my wallet address? Sorry, what is Solana? It fetches my balance. Sorry, so here same thing balance. Then what is my wallet address? It fetches it. Dead. Can you send money to someone? Still give me my balance. So which is like practical, like show of um what I said in the morning. You have to train or give context, give an environment of what your AI should do, and train it by some certain keywords like Solana, just like as we have here, Solana. Let me see what is USDC. Let's see if we have USDC. I'm actually spending credit, so yeah. So Solana USDC. How about USDT? This should not fetch balance. So you see, because the training I did was around balance, so USDC, wallet, wallet address, and so that's why we are around that environment of whenever you hear the AI perceives these keywords, they basically just do like some key commands. So we can take this further in training and train the AI whenever I say air bills or page it. Like I say page it. The day I will not say what's the amount. I will not say when I say page it, the I will not say what's the amount. And I will not say maybe 5 USDC or 10 USDC. It will do it for me ASAP. And we can take it further to like do other things. So and also if it's outside of the AI's environment and context, it can talk. So let's see if we can get a web search. Can you do a web search about what can we search about Solana students Africa? Let's see if it will fetch my balance. Yeah, I forgot that we any keyword that contains Solana, it will fetch my balance. Can you search about students? I don't know what else to do. Students in Africa, because anything that's Solana. Okay, SSE should be aware. Okay, so we don't have web search enabled in this particular environment. But I thought it would be on by default, but since it's not by default, you have to actually like do some training around there. Not only training, but just make it aware. So guys, this is what we have so far. Yeah, we said what SSA means. So SSA, Sub-Saharan Africa Social Security Administration, single sign-on authentication. So it just did anything that is SSA. So let me ask, who is Toli? I will not add Solana. So let me see if it can get this. No, it did not lie actually. So if I say who is Tolly of Solana now, to fetch balance, who's Tolly founder? Solana? Please don't fetch balance for me. Ha. Okay. Let's go to the codes, guys. I mean, I don't want to fight with the AI this evening. So I apologize if I'm not able to do some transfer to like send money out and do other things. But we've showcased that we can get an AI, train it to do some certain things related to like our spending insights as students, so we can get our spending insights. We can even train especially like to interact with specific products, as I mentioned, air bills, patch cash, and then it will do the analysis based on the information you give it. In the code, in the code, still the same as in the morning, we have, so here in the code, let me let's do some work, right? So this is Next.js. So when you do your create Next.js, you can now get the packages, of which I'm using LangChain Open AI and then LangChain Core. So this gives me LangChain, which I can use for much deeper context. I can do MCPs and other stuff like that. And then I have Privy for authentication. And then this is from Solana Agent Kits, which is basically for everything Solana. Um, yes, I'm sharing my ID. Oh, sorry. I have to switch to share my ID. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so sorry, I forgot that I was sharing my browser. All right, so as I mentioned, we have LangChain, LangChain Core, LangChain OpenAI. So this code base works with OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT. And then we have Solana Agent Kits, which gives us the ability to interact with Solana stuff. So as I mentioned, you can do more than than fetching balance. You can definitely do more than fetching balance. You can you can take it a step further by um pumped on phone integration, minting tokens. You can stake, so you can buy swap with Jupe. You can do DeFi. You can check out the price of stuff. You can pull CoinGecko data related stuff and like more. So the reason for this is like for MVP and for the purpose of our session today. Um, for people that are interested, you just check out the docs that I shared, and then from there do the integration. I suggest you use Privy. You can check out Privy docs. It's very easy to work with Privy. And then and I think this code, I will basically make this very easy to use. I'll make it very easy to use. I'll put some pointers, like make this easy and make it share with I think we would work together in the team to get this out for people that want to integrate this. So I mentioned that Gil wasn't really compatible with the entire stuff, especially with Solana agent kits. You understand? So Gil would be a little bit redundant. So you can just move to using Solana Web3.js. Okay. This is for the packages I used. And then for Privy, I already mentioned Privy. You indicate the wallet you want and the network, which is Solana, and then you indicate that it's mainnet because we're actually dealing with mainnet data. Okay. And then you take it a step further to build some custom hooks. And these hooks are they are what we use for the send AI. So I have your Solana agent kit. You can see here that I'm using create open AI tools instead of launching. The reason is that I'm actually using I'm using open AI, the makers of ChatGPT, right? And this has its own launching compatibility side, but it's like an extended methods of launching. So we have create open AI tools, we have token plugin, and miscellaneous plugins. So token plugins fetch balance, transfer tokens, and stuff like that. And then this is previous methods for sending message, sending transaction, and other things, this is Solana with 3GS, as I mentioned. Gale is not really compatible yet. Hopefully it will be moving on. So what is Gale? What is Web3.js? So for you to have environments to interact with the blockchain, you need some SDKs and dependencies to work with. So Nano Web3.js is the OG and the earliest form of environments that can give you from connection. So this connection is for you to connect to an RPC endpoint. Public key is for you to convert a string address, just like this my own here, to convert it to a public key type, which is very important, especially if you're working with Anchor. Transaction here is for you to build a transaction class for business of transaction. And then they have like legacy transaction or version transaction. So I write here legacy transaction and legacy transaction. Yeah. So all these are from now Web3.js. Now Gil is like an improvement to this that brings a lot of abstraction, brings a lot of type awareness and when you say usability. So that's Gil. But because most products that we're building worked with this, most have to like take their time and like move to using Gil. Okay. And then we have our RPC, which I said is on mainnet. Oh, this is wrong. Why did I switch to DevNet here? Mainnet better. The mainnet better so come, yeah. I mean, this is actually redundant because I already have RPC URL here. So this is my hook that would expose all the AI agent stuff to the front end. So the balance and the interaction with the AI comes from this hook. So you can sign and send transactions. So with Nebula, we can send and sign transactions actually, but I did not enable it. I did not train the AI to invoke that environment. So that's why we can't really do anything right now. So maybe moving on, I would make sure that we can do that. And then I mentioned what we call wallet adapters. So since we have wallets and that's where your money is, for you to interact with the wallets, to interact with funds, approve transactions and stuff like that, you need a wallet adapter. You can customize yours or you can use the already existing one. So what we did is here we customized. So I customized with Privy, uh, Privy signer methods. So I customized with Privy signer methods. So that's why we have this. So this is from Privy. If I make a search, you see it's from Privy. See here, this from Privy. So I'm using Privy as my primary signer. If I have another wallet here, I have to define theirs also. So I can say wallets one and then define wallet adapter and then do wallet two and then have like an if else statement to like invoke the one I want. So wallet adapter, you have sign transaction, you need a connection. So this is basically us building it instructions. So in Solana, before you push a transaction, you have to build it up. You can actually just push a single instruction as a transaction, or you can build up a couple of instructions to one transaction and send it. And what are instructions? Instructions are basically function calls from your smart contract or from whatever smart contract you're interacting with. Okay, since it's on the blockchain, whatever you're interacting with on the smart contract, sending it to the blockchain is called instruction, telling the blockchain runtime what to do. All right. So here we are taking transaction, which we have a type extension. So here you can see that this type is extending legacy transaction. Remember I mentioned this is legacy transaction and then version transaction. So there are two types of transaction, legacy and version. So we are making our adapter aware of the two types so you can work well with it. We are making a connection, which is basically this connection to the blockchain via this RPC. So I mentioned that before you make an interaction to the blockchain, you need the connection via the RPC. And this is more of like a pre-flight commitment, I think, yeah. Yes. So let me explain this because it's very important for like front-end devs that are on Solana. So you know that when you have a transaction happen on chain, there are several stages of confirmation or commitment of that transaction. You understand? So it can be something, I'm trying to recall what they are in particular. Oh, I think I can get it from here because they are like types. Yeah. So it can be processed, can be confirmed, finalized, recent, single. These are like the different types. And you can see here that it's explained. Process means query the most recent block, which has reached one confirmation by the connected node. And then confirmed is this, and then finalized, which have been finalized by the cluster. So let me like give a brief rundown of what this means. Cluster is the environment that Solana runs on. So you either have a mainnet or devnet or testnet. So for that particular cluster that you're sending transaction to, if it's finalized by that cluster, you have to use finalize. So what it means for us is, as I put confirm here, what this means putting confirm here is that when I send a transaction and this condition has been met by that transaction, there has been one confirmation by the cluster, then I can now make that transaction to pass. Why do we have this? Imagine if you send a transaction and it fails, right? You need to first of all simulate the transaction and listen to it, right? So if you don't listen to it properly, the transaction might have failed, but you are now maybe telling your user that it's confirmed, but it's not. So using these flags would make sure that when we are querying the state of that transaction, we make sure that it has reached the final state or it has reached any of these flags to give like some sort of certainty. So which is what we are doing here. I'm actually using confirmed, which is a better flag, to use for config confirmation. If you have questions, please, you can ask. I'm going deep into Solana too much. So if you don't understand anything, the chat is open. Let me just take the chats. 1 minute. Let's check the chats. Okay, so I don't think there's any question in the chat. So let's go back. All right. So moving on. As I said, we are building transactions and we are setting who the signer is, which is this guy, and returning it. So we did the same thing for sign transaction, do the same thing for sending of transaction, use for signing, or so this is like if you want to sign bulk transactions, you use this. And then if you want to sign and send, which is like, so you either you sign, then you send, or you sign and send. So these things are like important for depending on the type of thing you want to do. There's also the part for simulation. I did not really do that here, right? So, and then final thing here is instantiation of our agent. So I have here Solana agent kit. I put in the wallet adapter. Why? Because we need to make sure that the agent kit can utilize the methods we have in our wallet adapter, and we can approve of the transaction. And in further cases, have like an automated confirmation of the transaction, right? And then we have RPC URL, and then we plug in the um the methods we want, the actions, because they are called actions. So if you want all the token actions, we plug it in. If you want miscellaneous, plug in. You can actually add more here. I can add use. I don't think I DeFi plugin, so I can't really get it because I did not import it. So I can actually include more plugins here. All right, then moving on to finalize the entire stuff. Now we are now making sure that our AI agent, which is alive via OpenAI, is able to work well with our agent. So like the LLM is able to work well with our agent and have like this communication to work with the environment, and then we expose it out. Finally, before we take questions and we can like do more if we have time, is basically this backend API that is where the agents and LangChain. So you can see I have LangChain here. So LangChain is compatible with Python and TypeScript, right? So this is basically giving the LLM the ability to interact with our agent. So you see, I have the LLM OpenAI, I have the agent kit, which is the agent that gives us the awareness of Solana environments. Because remember, I said in the morning, your LLM is there to communicate with the environment, database, blockchain you want it to communicate with. And with this communication and synergy, both of them can now work well to have your AI chatbots. So this line 2 here and line 3 here are working together to like birth our AI chatbots. And then we have these plugins also. I have my connection again, and then adapter bots to read only, to like read balances and stuff like that. So that's why we are not able to send, because I disabled this. Is only read only. We can't really do like a write action. And then we have, here is where I initialize the AI agent. And then here is where we check balance. So here, if you look closely, I'm getting balance here. I'm telling the agent via his method to get balance for me, and then make the balance open via a response. So it's returning this response. Whatever balance he has, it returns it via response. And then let me show you guys. And then this is for transaction history. Yeah, I forgot to do one thing. Before we end, I will show you guys that Nebula can get my transaction history. I forgot to do that. So Nebula can fetch your transaction history, the first 10. Yeah, first 10, and show you like the hash. So this is for fetch your transaction history. So this would emit the response, which is all the transaction history via the agent. And then this is to get your message and the intent. Now, see the issue that we had that time. We are paying attention. It's not an issue, it's the training. Remember, I said if I mention if I mention USDC, if I mention money, funds, balance, so we can make this better. We can see patch. Okay, there's no need to do this, right? Because this is for balance. So if you see here in the if else statement, he said if you have this, run check balance. So if any of the messages we have in our chat as we chat with the AI, if any of the messages have any of these keywords, run check balance, call the check balance. If it has history, transaction activity, recent, get history. So this is where the training comes in, and then we get the final response, and then we have our OpenAI, which is our AI agent LLM. We have these settings. I think I did not do justice to this. I'll come back to that. 1 minute. I just want to make sure I have a straight train of thoughts. And we have context message, and then we have the result. So what happens here is our Solana agent gets data, our AI listens to our chat, and then when you listen to the chat, it would be aware of what you guys are talking about and then provide the data to you. It will provide, here is this, here is that, here is what you need, and stuff like that. And then one more thing is, okay, this is like an error side if you don't get, if it doesn't understand what you mean. And then this is not limiting. So that's why we are able to like chat to the AI about SSA, and he told us those other meanings of SSA. So this is not limiting, but this is to make sure that if I say a quick word, for example, let me go back to can you guys hear me? Am I still audible? Hello, can you guys hear me? All right. Okay. So let's do some more testing. So if I say so you see those keywords that I have, say balance. If I say history, so yeah, that's what I said. So these are my recent transaction histories for this month. So this is the transaction hash. So if I copy this and put it in the Explorer, I will see it. You can even like format this and like make it that when you click on it, it will take you to the Explorer, so you see what you've done. Can even make it to be aware of the details inside it, and it can tell you, okay, on so time you send so to this person, and give you more context. You get. So I think that is mostly what we can do with Nebula for the time being. Any question? Any question? You can unmute and just like talk. Mm. So the bot right now is not able to send and sign transactions because I did not make it possible. So let me go back to the code. I think this is a good question. If you check here, Collins, so you know we have Privy, which is our wallet provider, right? Now, Privy, I'm the one that is the owner of Privy. So that's why I have these methods. Now, what I mean that is read only is if I'm using this hook, this is a front-end hook. If I'm using this hook, right? If I want to make a send, if I put a send button, if I go to the front end now, oh, sorry, let me share. I always forget that I have to push to code. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I have Privy here, which is a wallet provider, right? And it's my wallet. I have the authority to call it. Now, which means if I put a button to like send money to someone else, and I put it on the Nebula UI, If I click it and send and approve it via the wallet pop-up, this is what is being called, right? Now, to make the AI do this for me, I will take these methods, I will go to preview and disable confirmations. So when by confirmation, I mean pop-ups. So I will disable pop-ups from preview. And what would happen is once I give the command, the AI will automatically run these methods. It will just call it. And when it calls them, it would transfer the money or do the action I want it to do. You understand? But if you don't disable the pop-ups, it won't work. It will still require confirmation from you, which is okay because you can still tell the AI to do it for you. And then when the pop-up comes up, you confirm it. Now, the reason why I said this is read-only is it is the same wallet adapter. That same wallet adapter in that hook. Remember that hooks are usable only in client code, in React client code, and not in backend codes, right? This hook is usable in that particular hook is usable in my front end. So I did not make it to be used in this backend code. Now, apart from that, this wallet adapter is not needed in the backend code because I need the AI to read only my balances. But the design and training I have here, the AI is only reading my balance. That's why I said read only. So it's reading only wallets to get the balance and to get the transaction. So when I want it to now make the transaction calls, what I will do is I'll come here, I will copy this code. I'll copy this particular code here, and then I'll paste it here. I'll paste it here. Yeah, I'll paste this code here. So now giving the AI and the backend the ability to sign and approve transactions for me. I don't know if I answered your question, Collins. If I did not, you can ask for more clarification. Anyone else with any question, you can ask. Do you ever need to release your private key to the agent? No, no, you don't need to. In fact, in my EMV right now, my private key is not there. My private key is not there. I'm using Privy. Privy is releasing. I'm not showing you. I'm not showing you by EMV. Privy is releasing all the methods for us to use in the code, but Privy is not going to expose your private key. In fact, a good wallet adapter should not expose your private key. It should be able to give you all the hooks. I mean, even with Gil, you can get all the hooks and then utilize it without exposing user's private key. So any other questions? So now to also explain the temperature side. So I'll come to the question, but I remember that I did not do justice to this temperature side. So this is how precise the AI is when you interact with it. So it's a value of 0 to 2. So let's say, let me comment it here, 0 to 2. Yeah, so 2 is more creative, 0 is more precise. So what I mean by this is if you're having the chat with the AI and you tell the AI, I think in cloud or in group, they say deep thinking, brainstorm, all those things that we say, deep thinking, brainstorm, and stuff like that. this is what is the parameter. So the higher it is, the more creative it is, the more free, not really that creative, more free it is. But the lower you have, the more what will you call it, the more precise and rigid it is. Let's increase it. Let's see if we can. Let me just try something just for fun. Let me switch to. Let me reload, and I will attend to questions now. If you enable write access, do you still get a pop-up from your wallet to sign? Yes. Yes, if you enable write access, you still need to approve of it, except if you disable pop-ups. So for Privy and other embedded wallets, you can disable pop-up. Like you can go to the settings on the developer docs and disable pop-ups. But for Phantom Souffle, I think you cannot, which is why we have session signers. That's why you have session signer. So, but what the session signer does is to sign transactions on your behalf. If you're using Phantom or Souffle, it will just use session signers and sign it on your behalf. So you don't need to approve of it. So let's see if our AI is, oops, what do I have that is throwing error? Okay, let me go back to my code. I think I made some change that the code does not like. Okay, so let me try one more time. I'm trying to find out what particular error this is. Okay. Did I change anything? Okay. I think it is from my embedded. I mean, let me actually trace what this error means. Okay, so let me clarify this. So the chats, guys, questions. Okay, maybe 0 to 1 for temperature, maybe. Operating system. So why am I having this error? I mean, something I have to check. Maybe during the course of the class we're having, I changed something I'm not supposed to change. But hey guys, I mean, we saw it works, and we can continue to develop this. I will make this repository public. I'll just make some commentary confirmations, fine tuning, and then I'll share for us to use. But yeah, I think that is Nebula for you. Thank you very much. Can ask questions if you have. I'll be here to answer.
Daniel, thank you very much for this session. Really appreciate your time and effort to put into this. Thank you very much. Guys, if you have any question, you can ask Daniel right now for what are the questions you have concerning Nebula. Daniel, you said you would push the repo, the project to a repository. Maybe we
Yeah,
can get the link. Okay.
yeah, I'll do that. I just need to, make this so that when you guys try it out and you use it, it will be
Yeah.
self-explanatory. You understand?
Okay. Makes sense then. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys have any questions? You can ask now. He said, when can we test the transfer soul feature? I'm volunteer. Collins is asking when we can test the soul feature.
I mean, when the repo is available, you can clone it and then do it like use your wallet.
Exactly,
You send to yourself.
exactly. Just use your wallet, send it, and that's fine. Okay. I believe there are no other questions. Okay. Daniel, once again, lovely session. It was really, really educative and we learned a lot. Thank you so much for the efforts. We really do appreciate it. Everyone drop reactions for Daniel. Let us show
Thank you
love.
guys. Thank you guys for having me here. It was really nice. Look forward to doing more of this with guys, talking about Solana, teaching Solana. It's a very nice place to be. Words of encouragement, don't just stop here, learn, improve, get more skills, get deeper into stuff, and you would be amazing what you find out. You find out human beings are very like pretty much amazing creatures and very intelligent creatures. You get
Yeah.
so we just start now.
All right. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. All right, guys. So we've come to the end of today's evening workshop. Oh, Daniel, someone said they'd love to connect with you. I think that's Penny Bell, or if I pronounced that right. Yeah.
All right,
You have,
so
okay. Go on.
I will my Twitter is, I'll drop it on the chat.
Okay.
This is my Twitter, and what else do I need to drop? I mean, yeah, my DM is open on Twitter, so you can just reach out.
All right. So Daniel is saying you can just reach out to him on Twitter. His DMs are open. If you have any questions or you need code related assistance, this kind of stuff, just reach out to him. Thank you, Daniel, for again being accessible and for your time as well. Thank you very much.
Hey,
And
welcome, guys. Have a nice evening.
yeah, you too. Thank you. So guys, we've come to the end of today's evening workshop, and we'd like to say a big thank you to everyone, the people that have even been here since day one of the pre-hack workshop up to now. We appreciate everybody and we say thank you so much. But like, this is not the end of the hackathon. Obviously, we still have hack week to go. We have to start hacking. But the fact that you guys made it to this point, you guys really deserve, the accolade. Thank you guys so much for being with us. Now we're about to enter hack week, and I hope everyone has like their projects ready to go. For the pre-hack week, yes, this is the final workshop, right? But there are still plans in motion that will communicate with you guys soon enough in order to, still keep you guys learning during hack week. And yeah, at least everyone knows the schedule, right? After pre-hack week, we go to hack week, and for like 3 weeks, right? Everyone is just hacking and building. But there are still plans that are coming up just to make sure that you guys are learning all step of the way. We're not just leaving you guys there. No. We're giving you guys as much help as we can give. Yes, 3 weeks. So yeah, 3 weeks to hack. Although some people have started hacking now, so don't snooze. If you've not initialized your project, you can start it now. It is npm in it. If you are going to use Node package, right? You are going to use Node basically. So yeah, 3 weeks to find Collins GitHub. Too real. In fact, everyone mark his name. Just look for his name on GitHub. Collins GitHub repo is very, very nice. Although he will not just make it public, right? He can just hide it and there's nothing we can do. So yeah. So like I said, there are still plans for Arc Week that will communicate to you guys. So make sure you are very active on the Discord, our Twitter. Anytime we drop a post, Twitter, LinkedIn, make sure you interact with everything. Again, don't forget we have a social media contest going on for prayer quick basically. So you guys, whatever you learned from this session, go online, tag everyone. You can tag Daniel, tag Toby, tag Solana Students Africa, tag Solana themselves. Just keep tagging the community and drop what you learned. It is again for proof of work. Basically, you are showing that you've learned and you've done stuff. So yeah, I really wish you guys the best as you guys build, and we can't wait to see what amazing projects you guys come up with. Okay. So thank you very much. And yeah, happy hacking. Also, social night is next tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah, we're having social night. And social night is like a platform or like an opportunity for people to come together. There are events that have been planned for social nights that we're going to communicate to you guys. I think it's already on the Discord. Let me check before you guys go. Let me check. It's on the Discord. I'm sure it's on the Discord. But yeah, it's just so I'm not making any mistakes. I can like yeah, so basically, yeah, we're taking a breather because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So we have social night tomorrow on Discord by 8 p.m. And it's an opportunity for us to just have fun, connect with fellow workers, and for people that are finding a dream team, it's an opportunity to actually find your team for you tomorrow. So please make sure you turn up in numbers, okay? We don't want like 4, 3. No, we want the whole house. Everyone should show up. The more the merrier. Yes, let's just put it that way, the more the merrier. So we're looking forward to hosting you guys tomorrow, and it's going to be fun. Lots of prizes to be won and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys once again. That's been fun. Yeah, definitely. Make sure
Yeah,
you're there.
also, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, also, we should not forget to go back to the resources that were provided. So we don't just learn and forget, we learn and use it to like create and
Definitely.
also have it in part it should be part of our project that we will be submitting for the hackathon. So let's just make sure we go back to the resources that have been shared, watch the videos and do the activities that were given to you, either blow shapes, rectov, or recreate anything that the tutors have taught you today. Just try to work it and also try to improve your skills and all based on what you've learned. So when other opportunities come, they would all look familiar and we don't just forget what we've learned and what we get to.
Yeah, as already said, the goal is to make sure you are learning, right? And you're building with the tools on Solana. So go back to the lectures. You can binge them now that all the recordings will be available. Just binge them, understand everything, look through the slides, and yeah, make sure you are building. That's the most important thing. Build, build, build. Thank you guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys around. Thank you.
Yeah, bye everyone.
Bye
Have a good
everyone.
week.